Good news, viewers. I'm allowed to manage DoctorBenjyFM again. It's the Streamer Showdown Season 2. So then, viewers, that's right. The FM Streamer Showdown is back. And you may well be asking yourself, well, what's the Football Manager stream? What is the FM Streamer Showdown, Ben? Well, here's a rundown of what happened last time, and hopefully you get an idea. So the format of the Streamer Showdown is you play 7 times against the other streamers to decide your seeding. Of course, I'll probably mention that in the video as well. And I kicked things off against Curty. Then we played Zealand and gave him the right run around, viewers. Enjoy. Go on, Louis. Have him, Louis. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And dinner, boys. Oh, bloody hell. You keep attacking.
Do you want to buy? Do you want to buy Kalidou Koulibaly?
Yeah. What size do you want the shirt in? By the way, I can sort that out now. We put a shirt on the line. What size do you want?
3 times extra large.
So do you want the Diego one? It's 28 minutes was sort of what we had in mind. Yeah, Suarez back post, but I don't know if that's going to be what happens. Next up, we had an old creative rival in Lelujo, and yeah, we taught him a lesson as well. It was just a lovely time, viewers.
I don't think I could go more attacking. But
right, ball in. Oh, it's Bailey. I got it wrong. Sorry, viewers. It was Bailey. It was Bailey.
Here we go.
Come on, viewers. Let's go. We're completely. It's 1-0. It's it's what we expected in many ways.
Not happy.
No.
If only we could have another game where I have all my players back.
Yeah.
Maybe in the final tomorrow.
It's a good goal. Now, the Streamer Showdown is a place to have fun. And when playing Herb the Nerd, a finalist in the Creators Cup a few years ago that was put on by Football Manager, he didn't really want to finish top and have to face Fox in the Box, who beat him, of course, in the Creators Cup all those years ago. And silly Herb let me know that was the case, viewers. And with nothing really to play for, with me in the mid-table and really secure my spot against Zealand in the next round, here's what happened.
Yeah.
So you don't want to play Foxy?
No. I think he's going to come. I think he's not going to sleep tonight because he's just going to work on tactics.
Okay.
This man turned up to the Creators Cup final with a pen drive full of set piece tactics. Just the set piece part of the tactics, as well as other tactics. Oh, I could go defensive, couldn't I? But I mean, what have you done? I just see your tactic.
Oh, look at that! It's Herb again. It's 6.
Creators
what a
Cup final
performance!
rematch in
You
knockout
are
rounds. I know.
top
We're going to have to play him at some point. I really need Lelujo to.
Lelujo's chat fuming. I love it.
What? Because he's not going to finish top.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, that kind of is some justification. I put my goalie up front to try and slow this to stop the
It's another highlight. Bring him on. I'm going.
Why are we playing 98 minutes?
Oh, boys, what's going on?
Who'd have thought
It's a disaster.
goal would have that kind of outcome?
I mean, we've crumbled there. So, a little bit of controversy. As you might say I've thrown there, viewers. I think I've added to the drama of the day. And that took us to the knockouts then, where first played 8th, etc. I played Zealand then in the next round. And let's go to that then. How did we get on in the rematch after I beat him before? Could I beat him again? It's still on for him. Still on for him. Still there. Come on. Believe. If you chant it. Zealand. So it's Diego's shirt. Do you want me to ship it directly, or do you want me to buy it and autograph something for you and then send that in the package? I can do both, mate. I can do both. Viewers, round 1 complete.
Get in there.
Oh, there he is. It's worked the space. Come on.
He's best in the game.
Thanks, Jack. Come on, mate. Come on.
Yes, you're the man. Who's the man?
I'm the man. I'm the man, Jack.
Yes.
I'm the man.
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Let's do this.
Come on. That's good. Looking back at it, we maybe got a little bit carried away. My assistant worked the space joined. So after beating Zealand, we faced off against Unarming Pine, who had beat Sekinella Card in the first knockout stage. And we put on a show in the second leg. Got to move.
Well, there's no way we're scoring
88 viewers. 89. 91. 92.
GG.
Thank you, Pine.
GG.
GG's in chat for Pine, my friends.
Beat Kevin in the final. That's all.
I mean, I'm not doing it for me. I'm doing it for managers everywhere. Pine. Managers everywhere.
Yeah.
The final.
As long as one of us beats him.
So that's up the final of all finals. I faced off against Lelujo, who had taken a fair amount of grief in the tournament, mainly from me, who was playing the villain of the weekend, and it went down to penalties, and here's how it ended. If you scored, you win.
Is that so?
Yeah.
Oh, that would be nice. Now, Ben, repeat after me. Kev, Congratulations.
I had to mute him, viewers. I wasn't in the mood for it, Kevin. And with 3,500 people and more watching, I gave Kev his props in the end. Fair enough, Kevin. I'd like to start by thanking Kev for a great game. And I said at the very start of the tournament, I said, you got to be a good winner, but it's important to be a good loser. And I think tonight, I give it to him. He's taking criticism from me and from 6 other managers. And some of it, I'll be honest, is deserved. And tonight, the better man has won on penalties. And I'll give it to him. That's right then, 8 Twitch channels face off against each other, personalities, football tacticians, experts of the game, and me will be there for hopefully a really good competition. And it starts very, very soon. So the draft took place on Wednesday, and then we have a league format that starts today at 7 o'clock. It lasts a few hours, and then tomorrow, the knockout stages. We basically play for seeding today, and then the knockouts, which last week, or 3 weeks ago, were, as you've seen from the clips, Pretty tense, viewers, pretty tense. Now, this time around with the Bundesliga coming back, we figured we would make it Bundesliga themed. So 20-man squads, 500 million to pick in Football Manager's draft mode, and 15 Bundesliga players required with 5 wildcards from the other top 5 divisions or top 4 divisions in Europe. If you've been watching Glory Hunter, you know exactly what those are. So this is what we've managed to come up with. There are some very strong sides in the Streamer Showdown, don't get me wrong. And if you look at the season preview, we are in the mix. Once again, we've done okay. We're in the mix. Mix, viewers. Now, last time around, I tactically bamboozled some of the boys in the tournament, and I think I got to showcase the fact that I do know a little bit about the game, although maybe you guys on YouTube don't see it quite as much as the guys over on Twitch did that on that occasion. Defensively, I think we've done really well as we go through my team selected, and look, let's assume this is what I'm playing. Of course, the other boys will watch this video and try and take something from it. Let's just assume this is what we're doing. If you want to come and see what we're actually doing, twitch.tv/DoctorBenjy, of course. But to Stegen then will be in goal. Kimmich, Marquinhos, Hernandez, and Roussillon. Now, look, we had to pick 5 wildcards, and I figured getting a couple in at defensive areas would be key. A German speaker in Marc-Andre ter Stegen, I felt like would be the perfect player to bring in, and one of the best goalkeepers on the game as well. So, I mean, that should be scoffed at either. I'm really happy. I think I got the goalkeeper I wanted. I had a spreadsheet ready, and I got my man. The rest of the back line, there was only one man that I really wanted, and the rest I figured I could fill the gaps in, and that was this guy, Lucas Hernandez, who can play both left back and centre back pretty naturally, is so well rounded, brilliant defensive attributes, 6 foot. Maybe you'd like your defenders a little bit taller, but there wasn't that many to pick from, to be honest. And getting, in my opinion, one of the best centre-backs in the Bundesliga was a key priority for me. And we managed to secure that. Next to him, Marquinhos, again, really, really solid. It was him or Thiago Silva. And then you realise that Marquinhos is slightly cheaper and slightly better. And again, what a partnership that's set to be. Hopefully, it'll be doing the business for me. Kimmich at right back, of course. We all know Joshua Kimmich. Again, this defence, people are sleeping on it. It's a really, really solid back line. And Roussillon, of course, if you're watching the Newcastle series at the moment, he's a part of that. And that certainly played a part in this. Great tackling, really good physical attributes, and there's some pacey wingers to contend with in this season. Ronaldo's been picked, Neymar's been picked, Messi's been picked. They're all available, and we will be facing off against them at some point. The midfield then, I've gone for a workhorse and a creative mind. So N'Golo Kante, the first of those, the box-to-box midfielder, spent a lot of money on him. Again, one of my wildcard picks. You can see great stamina. It's N'Golo Kante. Do I really need to say great stamina? And next to him then, Kerim Dimabe, who again, really good set-piece taking. Free kicks are solid, crosses, corners, passing. Just the perfect playmaker in the middle. And again, got him as a Bundesliga option. So really, really pleased. And wasn't too expensive either. As far as forward lines go, Julian Brandt has entered the equation. My boy Julian, of course, again, another Glory Hunter icon in my mind. Can play a number of roles, and that will be important come game day. Can play on the left side of midfield in both the midfield or attacking midfield roles. Again, can play behind the striker as well. It's Julian Brandt, viewers. I'm very, very happy with this. As we move slightly further across, Kylian Mbappe, the jewel in the crown, viewers. I had to spend big money in some positions, and this was the position I went for. Kylian is... Look, again, much like Kante, don't need to explain who Kylian Mbappe is. You can see how good he is. He's very, very fast, and whether you play him on the right side or up front or behind or as a 2 or as a 3 or on the left, who knows, viewers? It's going to be one of those, I can guarantee it. But I've got a plan in mind for this system, and a lot of it depends on the Randeuter, Thomas Muller. Where will we see Thomas play? Again, another player you can see, viewers, versatility is very much at the forefront of this. If I need to change things around at any given point, I can do, and Thomas Muller allows me to do that. Can play on the right-hand side, can play as a striker, can play just behind the striker, can play on the right side of the midfield, and can do them all bloody well. It's Thomas Muller, viewers. Lovely stuff. Welcome, Thomas. And then up top, it's a bit of a meme on the channel, but I knew he did well in Germany for me. And Andrea Bellotti, I hope, will do the business all over again. Work rates, anticipation, determination, finishing, heading, and the complete forward, viewers. And can also play as a pressing forward if we decide to play some style of gegenpress or even a vertical tiki-taka or something like that, which is quite high energy. And yeah, Bellotti fits into that. The rest of the boys, again, I'm pretty happy with everyone. If I sort it by position, you'll get a good idea of who we drafted and where. And I guess off the bench, Pizarro, Claudio Pizarro's there for us. Plier's there as well. You've got Ben Taleb, Gelson Fernandez, who's a really good pickup at 32. Mental's really, really strong. Again, allows me to play different ways if I need to. The rules of the tournament will be explained in the stream, but I'll give you a little rundown right now. Because of the way that the league format is done, I should say these fixtures aren't necessarily going to be the fixtures that you'll see later on. But there's quite big gaps in between games, sometimes a month, so people will be given full fitness before each of those games, although tactical familiarity will be given at the very start and will not be given again to every single player in the Streamer Showdown League. And then, of course, the knockout stages, no fitness helps, nothing else. You just go into that with a morale set as it was in the previous day. So if you finish bottom, you could be in a spot of bother. But yeah, I think all the boys are looking forward to it. Of course, Lelujo won last time out. Your boy came second. And this time, I'll be looking for a little bit of redemption. And if you want to come and watch it, both today and tomorrow, twitch.tv/DrBenjy. When you watch this now, I've been live for 6.5 hours with 5.5 still to go. All right, then I'll see you for it. We love with care. From It's until next time. Goodbye. The Streamer Showdown is back.